Hello Scorpio, Scorpio rising and Scorpio moon people. This is your monthly astrological horoscope for March 2017. A quick reminder for you guys, remember that this is going to be all about the big, sweeping, long-term seasonal effects that are in play this month. If you're looking for more day-to-day changes and short-term stuff, I would highly recommend checking out your weekly horoscopes. Even if you like astrology only, the first half of them are astrology exclusively, so there's something in it for everyone. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com. So this month, we've got a heck of a lot of focus on the sign of Aries, which is your 6th house of work, reputation, and your physical health. And it all starts in the beginning of the month, where we've got Jupiter currently retrograde in your 12th house. It's your past, it's your hidden zone, forming a lovely connection with Uranus in your 6th house. And this is a breakthrough. This is an awesome breakthrough. It's going to provide something from your past coming into the present and basically giving your work reputation, your professional reputation, a considerable boost. And if it's not landing there, it could be affecting the health side of this. This could be actually something from your past kind of coming in, or somebody from your past coming in and kind of giving clarity, or possibly even some kind of solution to a current physical or maybe even emotional health situation that you have been battling. Because we have a big graduation coming from this. The nice thing about this is it is going to be making us more productive either way, feeling healthier, feeling stronger. If it is a professional deal, you will be noticing it also giving some extra strength and boost to your pocketbook. Now we also have Venus retrograde, however, going on in your 6th house too. And that starts early in the month and it goes on for the whole month. And Venus retrograde in this area is kind of interesting because I've been telling everyone Venus retrograde doesn't play by Mercury retrograde rules, because a lot of folks hear retrograde and kind of get them all confused. Venus retrograde plays on the feelings, whereas Mercury retrograde plays kind of on communications in the mind. And when we have Venus retrograde in the 6th house, just to dust off a textbook astrology moment here, please don't do anything drastic to change your appearance during this time. Alright, no cosmetic surgery, no hair coloring, no relaxing, no perms, no nothing. You know, be careful during this time because sometimes it can get kind of botched. But also, let's focus on that reputation kind of side of things, you know, because Venus retrograde can honestly say we're gonna, you know, it's showing us where we might be feeling a bit insecure of where we're being misunderstood at work, or, you know, again, in the greater populace, where people are getting the wrong idea about us, or maybe people don't know how to treat us. Now the thing about Venus retrograde is it can lead us to 3 things which are very, very much something we have to keep on a leash. Temptation, trust issues, and, you know, and insecurities, and the push for instant gratification, or, you know, just kind of taking the edge off. And if there's nothing wrong with taking the edge off unless it's like escapism, you know, we don't want that. And with Venus retrograde in your 6th house of reputation and daily work, you may be spending a lot of time this month trying to change how people see you because they're not getting it right. And you've got to make sure at this point in time, though, that you don't do anything that's going to be self-alienating. Alright, you know, I mean, we've all had those issues. Some people come to us trying to solve things we have no qualifications for. Some people, you know, come and waste our time. Some people take advantage of us. Some people, you know, mistreat us because they don't know how to communicate, how to articulate, or how to do anything along those lines. And so, you know, all this month we're working on correcting that bad behavior, but with Venus retrograde we've got to do it from a place of being constructive, not punitive, because there may be a chance that, you know, we're tempted to run away, not bother, you know, we're tempted to just kind of grin and bear it until we explode, and again, it's playing on all those insecurities, and, you know, we want to make sure that we're, you know, we meet people where they are, we confront people where they are, not try and, you know, brush it off, ignore it, suppress it, or repress it. After that, we've got Mars going into your 7th house of partnerships. And this is actually a really nice thing, because Mars going into your 7th house is talking about tightening the bonds that are already very strong, but also strengthening bonds that deserve a bit of a promotion. Remember, your 7th house is all about your closest one-on-one relationships. Your best friend, your BFF, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, business partner, roommate, all those kinds of things. And with Mars going in here, we are actually seeing an opportunity to rebond, get closer, and, maybe even strengthen just how far this relationship or this connection can go. And while we're spending all this time with this Venus retrograde, dealing with reputational misunderstandings, people not knowing how to treat us, this is actually strengthening where it really matters, our core group, our core connections. Mars does also bring an opportunity for us to, kind of watch this person in action, go out of their way for us. And people will be going out of their way to stick up for you, defend you, and protect you during this time. But I will say with Mars also puts things to the test when it comes to our closest relationships. We may have to find out the hard way who is and who's not true blue. Mars does not do lip service, it does not do social climbers, and it does not do petty favors. Or petty anythings. So if it's going to do something good, you'll bet it's be real good. But we won't be able to ignore what seems just a little too superficial and plastic. That being said, we've got a full moon in Virgo in your 11th house of friendships and social networking. And we may end up growing out of a friendship or letting a friendship go. And this may actually be something we knew would have to happen. Maybe this is somebody who is not a good friend. It's not a healthy connection, and he or she is proving to be a source of stress, a source of anxiety, or maybe even somebody who is just proving to be a bit of an X factor in our lives, making too much drama, making too many challenges, being too much of a drain. We may actually have to let them go in the middle of the month. After that, we've got Mercury and the Sun moving into your 6th house of reputation. And Mercury is now putting you on standby. Mercury is giving you the floor. You are being able to be heard and seen. And people are just going to have to grin and bear the fact that they were wrong about you in a lot of ways. Because with Mercury in the 6th house, we are talking about, again, correcting bad behavior, correcting the way people mistreat us. Even though Venus is also retrograde in this area, Mercury is too smart for her when she's retrograde. And I feel like what's happening is that we are noticing some immediate corrections. The Sun is also going in here, putting you popular, giving you authority, and making people listen a lot more to you during this time. And we're also noticing at work, people actually taking you seriously. We're not getting dismissed, we're not getting the brush off, and we're also being offered some prize opportunities. So the last couple of weeks of this month look pretty dang good. We also have a new moon in this area. And again, we talk about that new reputation. Could also indicate a new crew, or a new schedule, or possibly even a new opportunity to work with people that are more compatible with you, or maybe even work with a demographic that's more compatible with you, and people respecting the boundaries that you put up professionally. Sometimes we have to reinforce those boundaries. People don't come prepared, peers and coworkers, pawn things off, they leave things undone, they procrastinate. We're finally actually kind of cracking the whip at the end of this month, but luckily a lot of people are kind of seeing the error of their ways, so we're not getting a lot of lashback for that. The nice thing about this new moon can also indicate a great time for those of you who are job hunters. You may be beginning a new job or finding news of a hire in the last 2 weeks of this month. Finally, we've got Mercury moving into that 7th house of partnerships, and we are tearing down some walls in communications. And this could be great news, especially, again, we've already got people going, working out for you. We've got people, going to bat for you. But if we do need to open up doors of communication with, with people who are close with us or people we've lost touch with, this is the time where we start to see good news kind of flow in. Now, with Mercury in the 7th house, you can also expect some speedy developments in terms of maybe even making a relationship go official. But be careful, Venus is currently retrograde in this part, until mid-April. It's not a good idea to make anything too official with anyone with Venus retrograde, because we might be doing it under the wrong pretenses, or under the wrong, under the wrong influence, or maybe just during the wrong time. Maybe a bit too soon, or maybe just for the wrong reasons. That doesn't mean it can't happen, though. It just means it has to wait till April. However, with Mercury being here, again, Making something official is just a label, so we may be getting all the esteem without that anyway, and Mercury will be getting people closer to you, and again, the walls of communication will be coming down, so it's still a great end to your month. So that is your forecast, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.